All right, let's be real. Sometimes your brain just feels like a messy sandwich. There's too much going on, stuff slipping out the sides, and no napkins in sight. That's where therapy comes in.
And we're not just talking about screaming into the void or trauma dumping on your sandwich artist. We're talking actual therapy with someone who knows what they're doing. And lucky for you, BetterHelp, our paid partner for this episode, makes it easy to get started.
No waiting rooms, no weird therapy office smells, just a quick questionnaire, and boom. You're matched with a credentialed therapist in a couple days. And if it's not a vibe, switch it up faster than you can switch up your sandwich sauce.
So if your brain feels like a chaotic group chat, do yourself a favor, go to betterhelp.com/thinkfresh or hit the link in the description for 10% off your first month. Your future self will thank you.
Breadheads, Ty and Eric back in the booth, coming to you live from the downtown east side of Vancouver, Canada.
I like my cheese drippy, bro.
That's right, Ty. That red toaster light is blinking.
Mm-hmm.
We are toasting in this car right now. It is a beautiful spring day. And yeah, I gotta say, we've battled the homeless e-scooter gang, and we are, able to be parked in this parkade, I guess, and take in the view of the mountains.
Dude, what Eric means by that is we are witnessing a man on an e-scooter pull into this parking lot next to us, post up with the beautiful view, and now it looks like he's got his meth pipe out and he's having some fun.
Yeah.
I tried to lock the car door here. I don't know if it worked. Dude, the other day I was trying to drive home and I pulled over at a stop sign so someone could cross the street in front of me, a mystery dude. And then what happened is after he started to cross the street, he walked towards my vehicle and he tried to open my car door.
Oh my God.
It was terrifying. As he got close, I thought I should lock this. So I locked the door, and thank God I did, because he tried to open it.
So you were in the car?
I was in the car.
Holy shit, dude. That's kind of fucked up, honestly.
It was a little bit freaky. It definitely raised the hairs on the back of my neck.
How do you think sandwich employees feel, Ty, when, shop's closed and then you got some drunk idiots coming up to the door and trying to open it?
Probably the same way.
Yeah,
The salami on the back of their neck is prickly.
Yeah, dude. Wow. So what happened after that? Did you roll down the window and tell them to fuck off, or?
I just beelined it out of there. I didn't want to wait around.
You drove off?
I drove off.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Did you check to see if you were dragging him with you?
I did, actually. I was checking the blind spots for him.
Wow.
But I realized this is actually the daily life of the Uber driver. Because if you're an Uber driver or a cab, people are walking up to you all over the place and just trying to get in the car.
Yeah.
That's so messed up if you really think about it. You're just imagine you're a cab driver. You're sitting at a stoplight, and suddenly some goon comes out of nowhere and starts trying to climb in your vehicle. They're just a customer. He could have mistaken me for an Uber. I should give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I don't know. Was he saying something like, for Jared? For Jared?
For Jared. Do you think Jared Fogel's namesake has reduced the baby population of the same name? Do you think we saw a drop off after the allegations?
Definitely, dude. There are certain names that you can probably track the usage of over time.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Adolf is one that is very, very seldomly used. And wow, it looks like you are pulling up the actual data. Let's double click into what the tableau is saying.
Yeah. So the first thing we need to know is, what year was Jared Fogel arrested? He was arrested in 2015. So that's the starting point. Jared was a very popular name between 1980 and 2000s. It wasn't really a name until the 70s it started to pick up. So if you were a Jared from the 1970s, you were one of the early adopters of that namesake.
Yeah, that's honestly pretty crazy. I'm looking at two very strong peaks and valleys here. But yeah, after 2015, it pretty much flatlined close to the bottom with I would say around 0.06% in the US.
Yeah, it looks like it. Jared's arrest in 2015 was probably the lowest moment for naming of Jared. So that makes sense. But what's interesting is the drop-off started about a decade prior. So as soon as Jared's victims were born, people stopped naming their kids Jared.
Yeah, that's a little bit harrowing, Ty. I won't lie.
Yeah, harrowing is a good way to describe it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Well, luckily we won't be having kids anytime soon. Am I right?
Yeah, they're not getting that name.
That's right.
Yeah. So, what's going on, Eric? Last time we talked, we concluded the previous episode with the intention to go to Subway for dinner.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
That's where we left the Breadheads off on our journey.
Yeah, that's right. It was a beautiful Friday evening. Actually, it was raining, but nevertheless, after a pod, it's always a beautiful day. And we were deciding whether to get a ice cold Guinness or a Subway sandwich or both. And I'm happy. Well, actually, I'm sad to report that we only got the sandwich.
Yeah, I need a full pint, but I just got a footlong.
Yeah, so Ty and I, scurried over to the nearest Subway, ordered a footlong. I got the Nashville hot chicken footlong.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it was exactly what I was craving, Ty. I was so hungry that dry shredded chicken really hit the spot for me.
It couldn't have been that dry, because when you said, "Can I add the Nashville hot sauce?" the sandwich artist looked at you like you were an idiot. And he said, "It's already on the sandwich."
Yeah. And I tried to call his bluff. I was like, there's no way it's already there.
Because it looked dry as shit.
Yeah, dude. It looked like it just came out of a toaster, which it did.
Dude, yeah, but still dusty chicken.
Yeah. Dude, I need a sip of milk to wash this down.
Dude, I completely forgot about this. The trauma is bubbling back up. This is insane. So to prove to Eric that this chicken was sauced up, the sandwich artist took his gloved up finger, stuck it into the sandwich, pulled it out, and pointed it at Eric to show him the finger covered in sauce. Isn't that crazy?
That's right.
Yummers.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah, he stuck his finger in my sandwich, Ty, and showed it to me. And
he fingered your meats.
And if you look at it like objectively, like, he's not doing anything perverse because he's wearing gloves. He's already touching your sandwich. So he should have the free reign to kind of like get his fingers in there. But just the like motion of him, like, hitting the shocker on my on my footlong, two in the pink, one in the stink. Yeah, I can't say it made it any more appetizing. It just kind of ruined it a little bit for me.
Yeah, he was flicking the meats there a little bit, the way he rubbed it around.
He was. And then I said, you know what? Fuck it. Give me some extra Nashville hot sauce. And he did.
That was the right call, dude, because you could have submitted to that moment. You could have let the sandwich artist be right, but you asserted yourself. You said, sauce it up anyways. I don't care what evidence you have to show. We live in a post-evidence society. Just give me what I want.
That's right. Yeah, luckily the glove did fit, though, in this case. But yeah, I got, what else did I get? Some garlic aioli, I think, and some Nashville hot sauce, lots of veg, and it was like really fucking spicy because I added jalapenos and banana peppers too.
But that's okay. We have a solution to spicy at Think Fresh Podcast, don't we, Eric?
That's right. I also got this is an unhinged decision, but a half liter of milk to go with it.
For dinner. Milk for dinner.
Well, you know what? If I'm, choosing to punish myself, inflict self-harm by getting a sandwich for dinner, a Subway sandwich at that, I might as well supplement it with a milk that comes with the right amount of protein, the right amount of, vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium, iron, all the good stuff that's been genetically pumped into the cow. I'm happy to supplement it because then I feel like I got a complete, meal.
Right. So when people talk about having a balanced diet at Subway, a balanced meal, it's only balanced because the milk's been super fortified with all of the other stuff that was the sandwich is deficient in.
I'm so pro milk, bro. I think we got to bring it back, honestly.
No, I get that. You love a big milker.
That's right. I love big milkers. There's a strict window where I don't think it's acceptable, like between 2 and 4 p.m. Once it's dinner time, I think it's all free reign.
Yeah, so you just don't like it for aperitivo.
No, midday milk.
That is insane.
That kind of rings wrong,
Yeah, I get that. That's some sour milk right there.
Yeah. But Ty, what did you get? Because I know we talked about the McDonald's McVeggie. What did you go with again? Did you go with the McVeggie patty?
I did. Because this was a dinner sandwich, which I seldom get.
Yeah.
I felt like I should spend a little more. So not only did I get the veggie patty, which is the premium vegetarian option,
Yep.
I also added the thick cuts of mozzarella cheese. That cost extra to add, by the way.
Yep.
Got these thick cuts in there too, just to really pump it up.
Oh yeah.
So
buddy.
before I even add veggies, I'm already looking at like an 1.5-inch thick patty with the mozza on top.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a heavy boy. I could barely get through it. There was a crazy moment when I was ordering too, Eric, because I tend to be the I'm the scout. I get ahead of you. You're like you bring in the muscle afterwards to kind of like clear things out, but I'm up ahead. I'm trying to figure out what to do, navigate the situation, like uncover new ground for us.
Yep.
And I encountered a situation I've never had before. Now, we arrived around 6 p.m. and Subway wasn't closing until 10 p.m. There was a 4-hour window till close. But this sandwich artist had already started shutting down the place for the day.
Mm-hmm.
He knew no one comes here for dinner. There's no way anyone would want to go into this place. He had the like metal gate halfway closed on the door. The toaster oven was cleaned out.
Mm-hmm.
And he had put all of the sauces away. As I'm sharing this story, Eric's pulling up some pictures of some naked men on his computer.
Yeah,
Jamie,
dude.
What do you want to show us?
I'm pulling up some naked black men. Dude, I gotta open these windows.
Yeah,
I'm
it's so hot in
cooking
here.
like a motherfucker.
Whew. This is the toaster oven.
Okay.
We're on an episode of Hot Ones right now.
Yeah, apologies, Breadheads, for the decrease in audio quality from here forward.
But hopefully it will be an increase of your host's lifespan.
Exactly, dude. Holy fuck, I'm sweating like
Yeah,
an
me too.
asshole right now. Yeah, Ty, I'm sorry. I started to cut you off and distract you with these ripped black men, but would you like to continue your story?
I don't really know what this side quest is all about.
Okay.
Anyways, the sandwich artist is shutting up shop for the day, which meant that there was not a single bottle of sauce in sight.
That's
All
right.
the sauce was gone. So in order to order my sauce, I had to go up to the list of sauces in the nutritional fact section and just order based off of the name. And I usually order sauce based off color. So that was very confusing.
Cool. That was kind of cool to scan the list and order it purely based on the name.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a rare opportunity to, I don't know, explore like how your color biases might be coming into play.
For sure. We all have biases and it's a good chance to recognize it.
That's right.
But dude, I was waffling. I could barely read. None of the words made sense. So much so that the sandwich artist had to step up and recommend a sauce for me. It was so embarrassing.
Yeah, I saw you crumble in front of that long list of sauce, dude. I don't know what made you fold so hard, but yeah, I saw a weak moment.
It was very, very beta.
Yeah.
Sandwich artist steps up and he says, "Why not some Chipotle?" Like, sure, buddy, add some Chipotle. I'm done here.
He's like, everyone gets the same shit. I'm not gonna pretend like you know any better. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna recommend the same shit everyone else gets.
Give him the best of what we have to offer.
Yeah,
what he
that's
thought.
right.
And I went with it, and it was good.
Maybe a prompt next time should be, let's go with the least popular ingredients. You know, like I'm thinking probably like the tandoori.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something along those lines.
Yeah, we should let those black olives play a more kind of main character role.
Right. Well, Ty, speaking of black olives, I want to talk to you about Ashton Hall. This is a...
Wait, what kind of pivot is this? So this is why you have a bunch of ripped dudes on your computer screen right now.
Yeah, dude. This is something I've been obsessed with for 24 hours now. And it's this, like, I don't even know what to call him, like a lifestyle online coach kind of guy who has 9 million followers on Instagram.
Whoa, popular guy.
When I looked yesterday, it was at 8.8 million. So in the span of 24 hours, bro grew by 200K.
Wow.
And I just want to show you how insane some of this guy's content is, because he supposedly wakes up at like 3:52 a.m. That's when this like timestamp is. Dunks his face in a bottle or a bowl of sparkling water with lemon and ice. Then he rubs a banana peel on his forehead to get the, I'm assuming the kind of like vitamin E properties or something from that for his skin. Then this guy has like several assistants hand him like a weighted vest, his like calf sleeves, gets him ready for his jog. Then he hops in the G-Wagon and then does like sprints for, I'm presuming, like an hour or so.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's very unclear what this guy actually does other than like work out and have people cater to him. but it's pretty exciting, and I do want to show you some of the content.
Yeah, the ideal male lifestyle. This is all starting to make sense, though, Eric, because I've seen a lot of online memes talking about bananas on the face or putting your face in a bowl, but it's usually related to some celebrity's toilet bowl.
That's right. Essence did famously post the Saratoga blue water bottle. There's like a premium sparkling water brand with a banana and then a dude in his swim trunks.
Wow, they were on it.
Yeah, so it's basically this guy just itemized, you know?
See, we can fetishize anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to show me some material from this guy?
That's right. And Instagram is making me log in. Maybe I'll just do it on my phone. Hold on.
That's okay. It works better as a soundboard.
That's right.
So we got to figure out why he's just on the scene now. Like, there's been people with optimal workout routines for centuries.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump into one of his reels here.
Okay.
So here he is, 3:56 a.m.
Yeah, my favorite time of day. He's got the Sensodyne. I use Sensodyne.
Yeah.
He brushes his teeth shirtless. Hit some sparkling. Oh, squirt of shaving cream. Yeah, we all do that. Nothing special here to shave.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's so popular about this guy other than his muscles right now.
Well, that's kind of it. It's now 4:15 a.m. and he's twerking on the balcony.
Yeah, having some fresh air. He broke something. Okay, so he's reading at 4:30 in the morning. We all do that. He's journaling. I journal. Watches some YouTube. He prepares a bowl of ice water with some lemon, presumably to drink. No, it's not to drink. He put his face in it, okay? He's getting dressed now for what looks like a workout routine. He's got the Sweet Cokes on the feet and the Goyard purse to take to the gym. Very cool. Matching outfit.
So he's spent now like 2 hours getting ready for his run, and it's only 6 in the morning still.
Wow, his day is already over before mine begins.
Yeah, by the time you wake up, he's on day 3.
Wow, crazy. So you got to admire a guy who gets up early, but this is the same routine as most of our frontline workers, you have to remember.
That's right. He's now finished in the sauna at 7 in the morning. This is pretty inspiring, Ty. I don't know about you, but I want to, incorporate some of this into my life.
Oh, hops in the G-Wag. Yep, he's going to do some burpees now. It looks like in a parking lot. I think he's maybe in Florida.
Yeah, I think it's Miami. This is like so Miami coded. Skyline. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. My favorite part of this clip was he did a slow motion jump. And when he jumped, it was 7:40 a.m. And then when he landed, it was 7:42 a.m.
Okay. Dude's a jumper. Huh. Okay, so now it's 8:30. He's taking a shower. He's eating a banana. He's rubbing the banana peel on his face. Now he's chopping some chives and making some breakfast. Looks like some dumplings. We all have to have a scroll hole. He's in a scroll hole at 9:20 a.m.
Just responding to the online sentiment about him.
Oh, another dunk of face. I got to try the face dunk.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my takeaway is I'm not dunking my face in enough ice water.
I hear it's actually really good for you. But I mean, just the setup, like every dunk is probably like, what, $7 of water? Because he's buying like the expensive shit.
Right, you got to get the alkaline shit from Erewhon if you're going to do this. You don't want like impurities in your face water.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, pretty inspiring stuff, Ty. What else do you think about this?
My takeaway from this is obviously there's some good ideas here to read in the morning and to get some fresh air, visit the sauna once in a while.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is too worthy of such virality.
I think I know how we can apply some of these learnings to Subway, actually.
Yeah.
My favorite part of his content is the fact that the only thing he says is thank you. And appreciate you, big bro. Whenever someone hands him something. So I think we should employ that strategy at Subway. As soon as the lettuce hits the bread, we say appreciate you, big bro. And then just kind of reaffirm every action along the way.
Right.
I think that might boost their confidence.
Dabbing them up a little bit. Thank you, boss.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's something respectable about a man of few words.
This guy has 2 story highlights. One is called mentorship. The other one is clients, fire emoji.
Oh, cool.
So I think he might be taking applicants, Ty.
So he could be my personal trainer?
But yeah, personal trainer, lifestyle coach.
Yep.
He can show you like the right amount of lemon to squeeze into your face bowl.
He can teach me how to use every part of the banana.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a tip to tail household.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't waste any of the banana.
Huh. Interesting dude. like I said, I don't know if he deserves the virality. Like, my wake up routine is way more worthy of the internet than this, because it would be far more concerning.
Yeah.
This is a very respectable and fine workout routine.
Mm-hmm. If I were to draw a parallel, the closest guy who I think is his competition is Drew Walls. Do you know who that is?
No, but I'm about to Google Drew Walls.
Okay, he is the guy who Drake famously reposted for basically like vlogging his whole day, and he would like set up a tripod, chop some onions, like go to the gym, park the car, move the tripod, like all this shit, and play some like soft Drake music while he's doing it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you'll have to go to Instagram to find him. But
This photo of him kind of looks like
that is
Smiley.
him, yeah. He does look like he does look like Smiley.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy is he's a daily vlogger.
Yeah, daily vlogger. But he's kind of like the low T version of Ashton Hall.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like he's like showing his showing how he makes his bed, whereas like Ashton is like hiring like a 10 out of 10 model to, you know, fluff his pillows.
Right.
There's a very big
Ashton's
difference.
not fluffing his own pillows.
That's right.
That makes a lot of sense. So there's like the airwanification of the morning routine, we could call it.
Yeah, dude, it's the airwanification and the Black Rifle coffeeification.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, that is pretty aspirational then. And I think like he's coming in at a good time, because daily vloggers kind of fell off. So I think there's a whole generation of like people on the internet that aren't really aware of what that world was.
Yeah.
So if this guy's coming in, he's like, this is my routine. If you're going to daily vlog now, you have to be this dialed in.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool to be this dialed in.
Yeah.
Minute by minute.
I mean, there's nothing more inspirational than seeing a man with a goal, right?
That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he made an inspiring quote about like lions. He's like, a lion doesn't wait, or something. Something along those lines, Ty.
Dude, I wish I was a man with a goal. I'm in the veggie section, like, it's hard.
It is hard. But Ty, you got to watch some of his sprinting videos. Check this one out. He just runs in slow motion.
Wow, this dude's so ripped. Holy shit. He looks like an action figure.
Yeah. And then he has his homies filming him from the G-Wagon.
Of course.
Yeah.
So he just like, this is an interesting take on influencer, actually. He's just got a whole crew to film him in slow motion all day.
Yeah. Like, imagine like there's like a black dude in your neighborhood sprints around the parking lot every morning at like 6 a.m.
With a gold chain on.
With a gold chain and AirPods.
Yeah. Damn. I can't believe how ripped this dude is. That's crazy. Okay. Minute by minute. That's my new mantra for life. My lifestyle is I got to plan out every minute if I'm going to be successful.
Right. Just something to make you potentially want to self-delete, Ty. Mm-hmm. He posted about having 4 million followers in January.
Whoa, he doubled it in 2 months? Good for him.
More than doubled it.
He's beating those. He's putting Think Fresh numbers up.
Yeah, that's right.
That's crazy.
That's right. Anyways, Ty, that was my topic. Anything else you want to cover?
Well, what I realized today is success can come in many different ways, and some success is better than others.
Okay.
When I think about our dinner at Subway compared to this guy's lifestyle, I realize we might be doing something wrong here. But I think Subway might be doing something wrong too, Eric. Because one thing I didn't tell you is as we were leaving Subway, I spotted a receipt on the table at the cash register.
Oh.
And it was the cash out receipt from the previous day. So I took a photo of it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guess how much money this Subway makes in one day.
Holy fuck. So this is the end of the day kind of like print out, like here's the balance.
Correct.
Interesting. Okay. Let me just think about this for a second. So let's say average footlong price is $12.
Yeah, $1 an inch. That seems fair.
$1 an inch. I'm going to guess at any given time during rush hour, there is 5 people in line. Okay. So that's 5 people at lunch.
Okay.
That's $60 just at lunch hour.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, it would probably be more like...
You think Subway in 1 hour means $60?
No. The math is wrong. That's only one moment.
Yeah,
okay, let's think. How many people would shop there in an hour? I'm going to guess 1 per every 2 minutes.
Okay.
So 30. Okay.
30.
So that's $360 at lunch. And then for the rest of the day, I'm going to guess every hour would see around 5 customers.
Okay.
Okay.
You can assume they're open for what?
8 hours.
8 hours, yeah.
Let's just assume 8 hours. So what is that? Plus 8 times, what did I say, 5?
Yeah. Dude, you're pretty good at using the
400.
calculator app. I'm impressed.
Oh, dude, I love typing functions into the Spotlight tool on Mac.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I'm going to say $400. I think that's low. I'm just going to round it up to $500.
$500 in one day.
Yes.
All right. Well, you are a little low.
Okay.
In one day, Subway sells $1,240
Oh, okay.
worth of sandwiches. So at $12 a footlong, that works out to about 103 footlongs.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought that was still low. For an entire business to make $1,200 a day,
That
Like-
is pretty low.
this ripped dude is probably pulling that an hour with his sponsorship deals.
Mm-hmm. So let's assume the sandwich artist makes, let's just say $14 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's $112 a day pre-tax.
Damn. So and you got to have at least 3 on shift to get through the day.
Yeah, let's say times 2, right?
Yeah.
So $200 per day. So they're making net $1,000.
Damn.
That goes straight back into the what, Ty?
Well, you also have to cover business costs like rent. You got to cover
Mhm.
ingredients. You got to cover repairs and damage. The
Right.
window's getting broken there every week because we're
Yeah.
on the downtown east side, baby.
Oh yeah.
So I would say they're actually netting after all of that, like maybe $500 a day. I think you're right. 500.
Oh, yeah, I meant net the whole time.
Cool.
No, well, think about this though. How much cleaning are they doing relative to other Subways? Probably more. So I feel like they are breaking closer to even, and therefore that's why they haven't updated the branding to be the new branding. They just simply can't afford it.
They can't afford it. You're right. Wow, they need to GoFundMe.
Yeah, dude. I start a GoFundMe to rebrand the Subway.
Bring it to the modern age.
Wow.
Feel so sad they're falling behind.
I can't believe you held on to this information for a whole weekend. Like we were sitting next to each other, Ty. You didn't even bring it up.
I felt like this was the right time and place. So
Yeah.
now we know when we go to eat at this Subway location near us, we are actually making a meaningful impact on their business.
Yeah.
They're a small business and we are supporting them.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
kind of weird. You don't
Yeah.
think of it that way, but they're not selling that many footlongs.
Yeah,
100 a day.
we're truly making an impact. You know, your vote counts, Ty.
Yeah, exactly. That was probably a good day for them.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Well, on that somber note,
Mm-hmm.
I think we should call it here, Ty. Thanks for potting with me, Breadheads. Thanks so much for listening.
Yes, thank you, Breadheads.
Be sure to check out our merch line. We may or may not continue the website, so stay tuned for that. Thanks to those who have already bought things. Yeah, and stay fresh.
Stay fresh. Ciao.